From a man that's a staggering height of 8 feet and 3 inches tall to famous celebrities like Andre the Giant, we take a look at 6 real-life giants. Number 6. Andre the Giant. Born in France under Bulgarian and Polish ancestry, Andre the Giant's real name is Andrei Roussimoff. Symptoms of Andrei's gigantism began showing at around age 12, when he weighed 240 pounds and stood at a height of 6 foot 3 inches. After he moved to Paris, a local promoter saw potential in a man with the enormous size of 7 feet 4 inches tall, so he taught Andre how to wrestle. Professional wrestling became a springboard for Andre, as his success both in live in-person shows and television appearances made his face familiar to public audiences. He later took on an acting career, the most successful of which was his role as Fezzik in The Princess Bride. Sadly, in 1993, he passed away in his sleep due to congestive heart failure. Number 5. Yao Ming. At 7 feet 6 inches tall, professional basketball player Yao Ming achieved success in 2 different professional basketball leagues, the CBA and the NBA. Born in 1980, Yao Ming first achieved success in the Chinese Basketball Association, but in 2002, he came to America to play for the Houston Rockets. After a string of ankle and foot injuries that caused him to miss 250 games over the last 6 years of his career, he announced his retirement in 2011. He was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2014. Number 4. Vikas Upal. In 1986, Vikas Upal was born in the Rohtak district of Haryana. He lived a comparatively short life, so there is very little information regarding his claim as the tallest man. The Tribune, an Indian newspaper, reported his height at 8 feet 3 inches tall when he was a teenager. It was reported elsewhere that he stood at 8 feet 10 inches tall in 2005, which, if true, would have made him the second tallest man ever. His official height is generally accepted at 8 feet 3 inches. In 2007, he required surgery to remove a tumor in his brain and sadly did not survive the procedure. Number 3. Sajjad Gurave. At 24 stones, or 336 pounds, 24-year-old Iranian strongman Sajjad Gurave is able to lift an incredible 386 pounds. For those of you keeping score, that's 50 pounds more than his own body weight. When Sajjad began showing off his large physique on several of his social media accounts, he became an internet sensation. His Instagram account has 59,000 followers, many of which have dubbed him the real-life Hulk. After seeing these pictures, it's pretty clear that they're not far off base. Number 2. Raheem Taki Ola. In addition to being tied with Iranian man Morteza Merzad as the second tallest person currently alive, Raheem Taki Ola holds the title of world's largest feet on a living person. At over 15 inches long, Taki Ola has to wear special shoes that are custom-made, not just for the size, but also in order to support all of his weight. Taki Ola's size is directly linked to a tumor which affects his pituitary gland. This is actually very common in most people who are born abnormally tall. To put it simply, the tumor causes the pituitary gland to release more growth hormone than normal, and by the time Taki Ola was 18 in the year 2000, doctors recommended that he get a blood test. As with many people who suffer the same affliction, he experiences day-to-day problems which greatly diminish the quality of his life. Number 1. Sultan Kosan. The current title for tallest living man in the world goes to Sultan Kosan, standing at a staggering height of 8 feet 3 inches tall. Like the previous entry on this list, Kosan's enormous size is due to a tumor that affects his pituitary gland. This has been linked to a disorder known as acromegaly. Kosan passed a height of 6 feet when he was just 10 years old and was forced to use crutches to walk from that point on. This caused him to be unable to finish his education, and he has spent most of his life as a part-time farm laborer. Doctors attempted to remove the brain tumor in 2008, but because of the depth of the tumor, the surgery failed. 4 years later, in 2012, he finally did have a procedure that stopped his accelerated growth. In 2013, he married a woman who speaks Arabic, which was probably awkward at first, considering he only speaks Turkish and Kurdish. Rather than spend the rest of his days as a part-time laborer, He recently joined the Magic Circus of Samoa after being personally asked by the director. Remember to hit the subscribe button for more videos every week.